If you are sending or receiving money and wondering how fast Zelle really works, you are not alone. One of the biggest reasons people choose Zelle is speed. In most cases, Zelle transfers are completed within minutes, but that is not always guaranteed. In this video, I will explain exactly how long it takes to receive money from Zelle, what affects the transfer time, and what to do if your payment is delayed. Zelle is a peer-to-peer payment service built directly into many U.S. banking apps. Unlike traditional bank transfers, Zelle does not hold your money or act as a middleman wallet. The money moves directly from one bank account to another, which is why transfers are usually very fast. If both the sender and the receiver are already enrolled with Zelle through their banks, the money typically arrives within a few minutes. This is the ideal scenario and the experience most people have. You send money, and the other person gets a notification almost instantly. This makes Zelle one of the fastest ways to send money between bank accounts. However, if the recipient is not yet enrolled with Zelle, the process takes longer. In this case, Zelle sends them a notification asking them to enroll. Once they complete the enrollment using the same email address or phone number you sent the money to, the funds are usually deposited within 1 to 3 business days. Until enrollment is completed, the money will not move. Another important factor is whether the payment is your first transaction with that person. Some banks apply additional security checks for first-time payments. This can cause the transfer to take a few hours or even up to 1 business day, especially if the amount is large. Bank policies also play a role. While Zelle itself is fast, each bank sets its own internal limits and security rules. Some banks process Zelle payments only during certain hours, and others may delay transactions for fraud review. This is why two people using different banks may experience different transfer times. Weekends and public holidays can also affect how long it takes to receive money. Although many Zelle payments still go through on weekends, delays are more likely if there is a security review or enrollment issue. On holidays, processing may be pushed to the next business day depending on your bank. If your Zelle payment is delayed, the first thing to check is whether the recipient is fully enrolled. Next, confirm that you sent the money to the correct email address or phone number. If everything looks correct and the money still has not arrived after 3 business days, you should contact your bank directly. Zelle support usually works through your bank, not as a standalone service. It is also important to understand that Zelle payments are typically irreversible. Once the money is sent and received, you cannot cancel the transaction unless the recipient agrees to send it back. This is why Zelle is best used for sending money to people you know and trust, especially when speed is your priority. In summary, Zelle transfers are usually instant, especially when both users are enrolled and the payment is not flagged for review. Delays can happen due to enrollment issues, bank security checks, first-time payments, or holidays. Knowing these factors helps you decide whether Zelle is the right option when you need to send money fast. If you are looking for a quick and convenient way to move money between bank accounts, Zelle remains one of the fastest options available today.